Hello, check 1 2 1 2.
Check, check, 1 2.
In third position from Kuwait, please welcome Khalid Budai. In second position in 2 challenge, please welcome from South Africa, Josh Price. So we are live here for qualifying for Formula Trophy here in the United Arab Emirates, a 3-round championship that will take place across the United Arab Emirates. 1 round here at the Dubai Autodrome, 2 rounds down at the Yas Marina circuit. Next week we will be running alongside the stars of Formula One, but today we have the future stars of single-seater racing, and they all have one thing in their mind: to be the winner at the end of not just today, but at the end of this very short championship for Formula Trophy here. So at the moment, out in front is Turkey's very own Alp Aksoy. The rookie as well is out in front by about 1/10 of a second over Rowan Campbell-Pilling. Then Teo Palmer runs in 3rd position at the moment, so it's the 10 from the 42 to the 7. Those are your top 3. We have a very short qualifying session here, and apologies for not having the live tune in just earlier. We've got quite a clash here, an exciting day of racing here at the Dubai Autodrome in what is the UAE National Day weekend. 54 years of the United Arab Emirates. This is Eid al-Ittihad, and what a great way to celebrate the occasion as well. 2 days of action-packed racing for the likes of Formula Trophy and others who are here this weekend. So it is now almost midday here in the United Arab Emirates. Actually, it's 12:30 local time, and it is hot out there. It is winter time here. It should be around 20-25 degrees centigrade, but it's going well past 30 degrees here at the moment. Alp Aksoy still out in front, now has a comfortable gap, about 1/10 of a second here, with 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock, with a lap time there of a 2:01.552. That is the time to beat, but not just for those who have raced in F4 before, but for those who are new to F4 racing as well. The rookie is out in front, the Turkish rookie leading the charge here at the moment. They're the fastest lap time shown on our screens right now, a 2:01.552 to a 2:01.725 from Campbell-Pilling. Rowan there running in 2nd at the moment, but will line up on the front row of the grid, but would like to be 1 position higher. Can he do something here through the final sector as Hunter Salvatore comes into the pit lane from 5th at the moment in qualifying here as Rowan Campbell-Pilling there across the line, and not improving his track time there. A 2:01.724 is his best, a 2:10.334 when he comes across the line there. Now that's the thing when you have 24 cars on track, all sharing the same piece of tarmac as well. The full Grand Prix circuit configuration here, over 5 kilometers in length for the Dubai Autodrome here for our first round of Formula Trophy right here in the United Arab Emirates. A very short championship as well here in the Middle East. So our top 3, Alp Aksoy, the Turkish driver out in front so far. 1/10 of a second is the gap between himself and Rowan Campbell-Pilling in 2nd in the 42. Teo Palmer in 3rd in that number 7, with 3/10 of a second off of the leading time so far in this qualifying session. But if you want to have a look for the next rookie, we have to look all the way down to 9th position overall. Rafael Versen is in the 68 in the rookie category, and all the way down in 9th at the moment, the Singaporean, 9th quickest, 8/10 of a second off the quickest lap time so far, and 1/10 of a second behind Adam Al-Azhari in that number 12. The 3rd place rookie at the moment, Leon Hedfors, is in 11th at the moment. 11th fastest is the Swedish driver, currently just behind compatriot Scott Lindblom, who is 10th overall. 30 seconds left on the clock here for Formula Trophy. We have a number of cars that have come into the pit lane, including our provisional pole sitter, Alp Aksoy. Here, the Turkish star here in the number 10 lines up so far provisionally for pole position. A very crucial place to start here in Formula Trophy, running all the way down towards turn 1 on the long front straight. David Cosma, Christopher, the Romanian across the line there in 6th position for the time being, a 2:02.145, last time around a 2:07.332, but as the checkered flag comes out, did David get through just before seeing that checkered flag, and will he get an additional lap in? Yes, he will. He has 1 more opportunity to see if he can capitalize and carve his way further up the qualifying order, but for the time being, Aksoy, the rookie as well, is the man to beat here. with a 2:01.552. Next time is a 2:01.724. Just 0.2 of a second under that time separate our top two here in Formula Trophy. The 10 from the 42, and Teo Palmer lining up on that second row of the grid for the time being, but he's still circulating, but yellow through sector 1 and sector 2, so no green or purple times there, so no improvements so far, but let's see what happens through sector 3 for Teo. As you said, third overall. Now with the rookies, of course our pole sitter is a rookie as well, Alp Oxoy, in the number 10. Did 6 laps around the track and got it done with a 2:01.552. Rowan Campbell pilling there across the line with a 2:01.724, so he will line up alongside Alp. Teo Palmer there across the line will line up in third. The number 19, Nicola there, lines up on the second row of the grid with Hunter Salvatore across the line in fifth, but David Cosma is still racing at the moment in this qualifying session, but not going green through sector 1 or 2, so this might be the cool down lap for him, and he'll settle for the third row of the grid here at the Dubai Autodrome for the first race in our first round here for Formula Trophy. This was qualifying here at the Dubai Autodrome for one of 2 races today. Sorry, 1 race today, excuse me, for Formula Trophy. And this is how they provisionally will line up for the time being for Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited. Oxoy, the rookie, showing everyone how it's done, including those who have experience behind the wheel of a Formula 4 car as well. Really setting the pace early on and just showing the quality of the rookies in this Formula Trophy. A fantastic drive there with a 2:01.552, and it's Rowan Campbell pilling who goes second fastest overall with a 2:01.724. Teo Palmer with a 2:01.852, and then it's the fourth place car, Nicola there, the Italian from Pinnacle Motorsport, with a 2:01.860, and it looks like in the top 5 we have 5 different teams. Hunter there for Evans GP, the Australian in the number 60, a 2:01.863. So 5 different teams in the top 5 positions here come the end of qualifying, and we're going to see a fantastic race later on today here at the Dubai Autodrome in the 2025 Formula Trophy here. Round 1, as we said, it will be 2 rounds after this at the Yas Marina circuit, 1 in support of the F1 that will arrive here in 1 week's time, and then a week after that it will be at the Golf 12 Hour, and it's going to be a very hectic and busy season here for these young drivers, stars of the future, with not just the eye on the prize at the end of Formula Trophy here, but the eyes of a Formula 1 drive one day. And, well, we can say that drivers who have participated in here this weekend on Formula Trophy with these 24 young drivers who are looking to hone their craft and climb up the ladder of single-seater racing, not just here in the United Arab Emirates, but around the globe as well. And we will say goodbye for now, and we look forward to having your company once again for the first race of the weekend here for Formula Trophy. We'll see you for that one. drivers who are feeling their way out of pit lane here. The young stars of the future, who of course are gearing up for a full campaign of single-seater racing next year. But here they are this weekend for Formula Trophy 2025 right here in the United Arab Emirates. We'll have 3 rounds of racing, 1 here at the Dubai Autodrome, 2 at the Yas Marina circuit. So next week we'll be down at the Abu Dhabi circuit for the F1, and of course after that we will be back at the Yas Marina circuit for another round. But of course we have to focus our attention now on what is happening here at the Dubai Autodrome. We've had 1 qualifying session, and the young man from Turkey, Alp Aksoy from the Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited, set the field up nice and early here. He was 1/10 of a second quicker than his closest rival, and what makes it even more impressive is that he is a rookie, has not raced in a single-seater like this before. He is completely new to this type of racing, and well, he is setting the pace early on and really showing the rest of the field how it's done here. 15 minutes of qualifying about to get underway here for the 2025 Formula Trophy round 1 here at the Dubai Autodrome, and it'll be very interesting to see now what happens in the second session. They've had some track time yesterday, they haven't had any on-session track time today as such, but now they're going to lay down that slick Pirelli rubber to really rubber up the field here to set down the paces for this qualifying session for Formula Trophy here. So despite it being such a short championship, there are still points on offer here as well for all of the drivers that are participating, and of course for a race victory you walk away with 25 points in your pocket, and points go all the way down to 10th overall, where you receive 1 point there. And of course all of these 24 cars and drivers will be vying for position in each and every corner, and of course walking away with maximum points is the end goal here. Not just today, next week and the week after as well. It's a very, very busy and tight schedule here for these young drivers. 3 race weekends back to back across the United Arab Emirates, and of course here we are on Eid al-Ittihad, the national day of the United Arab Emirates, celebrating 54 years of unity of when the country was formed back in 1971. A great weekend here for racing, especially for these young stars of the future, the Formula Trophy drivers here. So the outlaps have been concluded now for at least 13 of our 23 drivers who have taken to the track so far, and of course all of them will be doing hot laps here with 1 goal in mind in this session: to be provisional pole sitter when it comes the end of the 15 minutes. Will it be Alp Aksoy, the driver from Turkey, or will it be any of the other 22 drivers that we have here representing multiple nations, including Romania, Sweden, the United Arab Emirates, Australia, Italy, the USA, Great Britain, Japan, China, South Africa, Singapore, the Netherlands, Malaysia, and of course Kuwait. Great to see local talent entering the series as well, really putting the countries of the GCC and surrounding Arab region on the map as well. Great to see representation from the United Arab Emirates and of course Kuwait. There's even a Lebanese driver as well, but running under the UAE flag is Charbel in the 55 for Yas Heat Racing, who had a launch event earlier this week down at the Yas Marina circuit on the 25th. It was a picturesque event that I'm a little bit upset that I missed it. I did have an invite, but I was not in attendance for it. It looked absolutely spectacular. Always putting on a fantastic display. Yas Heat Racing coming here with a number of cars. Let's see how many they have. Well, they've got Adam Al-Azari, who raced in British F4 this year, racing in the number 12. Then they have Zachariah Doler, the rookie in the 17 for Yas Heat. Eduardo in the 26. And then, of course, Charbel in the 55. So that brings us to a total of 4 Yas Heat Racing Formula Trophy cars here. And, of course, wanting to put not just themselves, but, of course, Yas Heat Racing on the map as well. Rowan Campbell-Pilling sets the field pace so far with a 2:04.719. Going purple once again now through Sector 1. But it's Sector 3 for Philippe in the 77. The Dutch driver showed as 5th overall, who was quickest through sector 3, but it looks like someone may have gone quicker through that sector as that has gone through. We'll make that because he's actually gone through sector 1, so of course it removes that time from our timing screens there, and he does a personal best through that first sector. A big shake-up here so far. Oksoy, our session leader and provisional pole sitter from our first qualifying session earlier today, all the way down in 11th position is that rookie. And fantastic display of racecraft from that young driver as well, to not just put in pole position in F4 in the first round so far, but of course to be a rookie and do that as well is very, very impressive. And the driver from Turkey is going to be one to watch out for. But now it's Campbell Pilling who is setting the pace here at the moment with a 2:04.719. He's the British driver, and then it's the Romanian David behind him at the moment. David Cosma Christopher in the number 3 car here, racing for XL Motorsport, a locally based team here, of course run by Kevin Day. And of course they recently expanded their single-seater exploits as well, racing in British F4 this season as well. Great to see the expansion from the team there. Now, moving up inside the top 3 is the Dutchman. Philippe is now up into 3rd overall in that 77, a 2:02.522, and our highest place rookie. But Jabba Sabah moves up now into 4th overall in that 83, our second best place rookie from Kuwait as well. 1.2 seconds off Campbell Pilling's time for the moment, and Sabah looking to make his way up the order, dropping down to 5th at the time for the time being. Theo Palmer now moves up into 1st in this qualifying session for the time being. Now Theo Palmer racing for High-Tech TGR in the number 7 moves Theo Palmer now, and bumping Rowan Campbell Pilling down a position in the 42, down a 2nd for the time being, but still plenty of time left on the clock. Over 7 minutes remaining here in the 2nd qualifying for the 2025 Formula Trophy. As I see now on my timing screen, Alp Oksoy moving his way up the order, and now is the quickest rookie out there once again. 7th overall with a 2:02.055. A little bit slower than his quick lap time from qualifying session number 1, but will no doubt be looking to retake the top of the timesheets here before the end of these, 6.5 minutes to go on the clock, or a bit more we have here in the 2025 Formula Trophy. So he's doing a quick lap at the moment. Well, I've just seen a purple sector time pop up with a 41.98, and that is none other than Alp Oksoy, the number 10 in 7th, is going quick through sector 1. So let's have a close eye on what he does through sector 2 here this time round. Will it be another purple sector time for the number 10, racing here, of course, for Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited? 3 cars from that team as well. The 16 of Bernoldi, the Italian, also a rookie, and also Peyton Westcote, the American driver, who is the more senior of the 3 drivers. Racing here for Mumbai Falcons. So, whereas Alp at the moment, well, he's working his way through sector 3, and indeed it is. It's purple through that 2nd sector of 47.843. He is 0.3 of a second faster than our current provisional pole sitter at the moment, as Jabba Sabah moves up now into 11th overall, and the fourth fastest rookie at the moment. But Oksoy is the one that we're keeping a close eye on now. 4 through sector 3. Will he go purple as he comes across the line now? And he tops the timesheets with a 33.203 through that 3rd and final sector for a cool 2:01.244. That puts him 0.2 of a second up the road from his closest rival now, Theo Palmer, in that number 7, racing for High-Tech TGR. Now, who will be able to topple that time of Alp Oksoy in that number 10, back up to the top of the timesheet, 0.2 of a second from Theo Palmer, and then it's Rowan Campbell Pilling, who is in 3rd at the moment behind the wheel of the 42 in this 2nd qualifying session for Formula Trophy for the 2025 season. a very short but hectic season to say the least, because of course it will be 3 race weekends back to back for these young and up and coming single-seater drivers. So Aksoy continues to lead. He's going purple through sector 1. No, he's gone yellow. So it's a slower time, and he's 0.4 of a second slower through that first sector compared to Theo Palmer. And Rowan Campbell-Pilling trying to pick up the pace as well to try and retop the timesheets here if he can in that 42. Can the British driver racing here, of course, for Excel Motorsport in that 42. Looking now at the number 10, that is our current pole sitter, Alp Aksoy, the driver from Turkey. The leader, not just overall, but of course in the rookies as well, is Aksoy. Now, interesting enough, it says that Peyton Westcote is a rookie on our timing screen on the feed. However, as per the sheet I have in front of me, Peyton Westcott, is not a rookie. He has 2 rookies in his team for Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited. But Peyton, not a rookie, as Theo Palmer across the line as well, but not able to best that time so far of Alp Aksoy, who is now in the pit lane, is the number 10, sitting very comfortably. And I think what's going to happen now for those Mumbai Falcon Racing Limited cars is the team engineers are going to go over to the number 10 garage and say, what do you guys do to the car over there? We want to maybe tweak our setup a little bit better here to kind of match the pace that Alp has here. As we look, where is the second driver from the Mumbai Falcons Racing camp? The next driver for them would be Westcott, who is in the 98, 8th overall, with a lap time there of 2:02.225, only 0.9 of a second off of the best time so far in this session. As we wind down qualifying 2 here in Formula Trophy, just over 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Enough time to get 1, if not 2 more laps in here around the Dubai Autodrome, using the full Grand Prix circuit configuration as we're doing the whole weekend here during the 54th anniversary of the United Arab Emirates. It is Eid al-Ittihad this weekend. On the 2nd of December, we celebrate 54 years of unity in the United Arab Emirates. A fabulous day of racing here to come, not just for Formula Trophy, but the other series that we have at the moment as well, racing here this weekend. So only 2 cars currently in the pit lane at the moment. We've got Raphael in the 68, and we've got Alp as well in the number 10. Make that now 3 cars in the pit lane as Palmer comes in from 2nd overall, and we'll be lining up alongside Alp, hopefully, when it comes the end of the session here. But we still have a number of quick drivers who are still circulating, as Nicolo in the number 19 from 4th overall in this session looks to be peeling into the pit lane as well. And he comes, bringing a total up to 4 cars now into the pit lane. We have 24 cars who have set a lap time in here in our first round of racing here for Formula Trophy. This is qualifying number 2 for our 24 young drivers here. Just over 30 seconds remain now on the clock here at the Autodrome for this qualifying session, and more drivers now peeling into pit lane. But will they have enough in store for those who are still circulating to see if they can take the top of the timesheet away from the driver from Turkey, Alp Aksoy, our session leader, getting ahead of myself once again. It's just very, very exciting here this weekend to see these single-seaters back in action in the United Arab Emirates. The race will come later on today and will be live streamed around the world for all to enjoy. As the checkered flag waves now at the end of the session here to signify that the session has come to the end, and Rowan Campbell-Pilling now makes his way into pit lane, make that there actually across the line because he collects the checkered flag. Does the 42. So the top 3 have all come across. We don't have anyone who is on a hot lap at the moment, so it doesn't look like the top 3 will be shaken up or make that the top 5, as David Christopher has gone through as well in the number 3. So only a handful of cars still circulating, and of course no doubt they'll be diving into the pit lane. But once again, Aboksoy, the driver from Turkey, out in front in this second qualifying session, and more impressively to do it as a rookie as well. Theo Palmer lines up in second and will share that front row of the grid with Aboksoy, and Rowan Campbell-Pilling will round out the top 3. Now the other rookies, we have to look down to 9th and 10th respectively, where we have Hedfors, the Swedish driver, and Philippe, the Dutch driver, there in in the number 4 and 77, 9th and 10th respectively here, and those are your top 3 in the rookie category as well in qualifying session number 2. Now let's have a look at when we can expect the first race to start here, local time in the United Arab Emirates. It will be later on today, and it should be at 25 minutes past 4 is when we'll go live. The race should start at 35 minutes past 4, so 4:35 local time, so plus 4 GMT will be that time there. So for those of you who are watching back home in the UK, it will be on at about 12:35 local time. That would be GMT actually. Local time would be 4:35, and it will be a what looks to be about 25-minute sprint race here for Formula Trophy. And then of course tomorrow we'll have 2 races, one in the morning at around 9 AM, and then the second race will take place at 12:45 local time here. That's when we'll be live on air. But let's have a look at where everybody is in qualifying session number 2. Aboksoy, the rookie from Turkey, in Mumbai Falcons Racing Limited, number 10, sets the field pace once again with a 2:01.244. Theo Palmer in the high-tech GGR sits second and will share that front row of the grid with Alp when it comes to racing with a 2:01.494. Rowan Campbell-Pilling in the XL Motorsport number 42 rounds out the top 3 with the Pinnacle Motorsport number 19, excuse me, in 4th overall. David Christopher for XL Motorsport lines up in 5th position. The Romanian there in the number 3, with Scotkin Lindblom improving on his time from qualifying 1 to 6th overall. Adam Alazari, who raced in British Air 4 this season, up in the 7th position with Peyton Westcote, and Leon Hedfors and Philippe reduced alongside for company on that 5th row of the grid potentially there, rounding out the top 10. And of course Leon and Philippe are our other 2 top rookies in this session on track. And then Jaba Sabah for XL Motorsport lines up in 11th with a 2:02.531. He was, 9 1/1000ths of a second on being the 3rd fastest rookie here in the second qualifying session in Formula Trophy here for 2025. The first race will come up later today, but before we go, let's check out some highlights now from the second qualifying session here at Dubai Autodrome for the 2025 Formula Trophy Round 1.